very curvy way. I wonder if that's a historical area. It's like a lake out there on the right. Is there fishing? Very smooth road here. Yeah, that lake probably is a historical. Somebody died there. Another little ground squirrel. Oh man. Three miles. Somebody's driving on their field up to oh no, it's an open gate. Somebody, looks like they're fishing. They're fishing in that little stream. Something to do, I guess. I wouldn't expect to see a significant amount of fish. If there are fish, they're probably likely to be really fatty fish. But then again, the summers are going to be hot. Angel's Fire. Another oh, no. It was just hanging out on the road. Oh my God, there's quite a number of them. Oh my, one got hit right there. Yeah. There's quite a few live ones though. They're really risking it. That lady is walking out to her horse, which is just standing in her front yard. Wow. There's really, yeah, it's still 55 through here. Okay. The lake still continues. Welcome to the center of New Mexico's high country, Eagle's Nest. All right, 55, 2 miles to go. I'm at 50, 8279 for elevation. Ground squirrel. Oh my God, there's so many ground squirrels. Looks like some elk warnings. Next 2 miles. So they're saying between here and the library, there's going to be a lot of elk. Angel's Nest, okay, yep. 1.5 miles. Ground squirrel, don't, oh man, they got no sense. Don't be, oh man, they just can't identify the road. Looks like llamas, alpacas, ready for a good shaving. Oh, plus, no, those are all alpacas. Historical marker ahead, Eagle's Nest Visitor Center. Another ground squirrel. They're very fat ground squirrels. I bet people are eating those things. Slow to 45, 8268. Eagle Nest. There's a lot of alpacas on the right. 8258. Yep, that's very accurate. Speed limit of 30.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left on North Tomboy Drive.
Okay, Mountain Man. Adventure Trading Post. Yeah, this is the village. 0.6 miles for the turn. Eagle Nest Lake State Park off to the right. So that'll get you to the lake. I really want to walk to that lake. More slow down. Red River Ski Area. I could park on the side of the road. But I think I'll park on the side of the road. Just in a good spot, hopefully. Tomboy, 0.3 miles. Man, that snow-capped mountain is really visible. Gold Pan Motel. All right, it's on the left. What is the speed limit? 25? Oh, I could park at that park. Yeah, I really want to park at that park. Jeez. Because, yeah, there's the sign for the library. Okay, so I could park sideways on this park, it looks like. It looks very...
Turn right on Gold Button Trail, then take the first right.
Yeah, that's established. So, it looks like parking is pretty good here, and I'll do it on the side of the road. It looks relatively safe. So why not? Why not just hit up the side anywhere? I'll pull up anywhere. How about right here? There's a church off to my left, I guess. Park on the right. No picnic tables in that picnic table area. Guess they pull them for the winter. I just hope I don't have to go back and get my GPS to confirm. I shouldn't. Well, in fact, no, I don't need to. I did do a screenshot on my iPod. That's a standard because the GPS didn't know about this library anyway. I had to find it on Google Maps and then input the address. Oh, man, I want to walk into this. There was a sign that said where the library was on this main road. I'm just going to take a peek in here though. This looks like it's still kind of active. But it's really fallen apart. It seems unlikely. The road is newly paved. Nah, I don't think this is dead. Pretty dead. Have a mini golf course. Maybe the snow recently melted. It looks really cool. I don't think they could get enough tourists out here. Maybe they do. It's so beautiful out here. It's pretty it's attractive enough. Maybe it's just too remote. Yeah, the whole parking lot is just empty. It's called Lucky Shoe. That's about all that's left for the operation. Alright, I'm getting a little nervous. I don't see any evidence for a library. I did see the library sign. Yeah, somehow I managed to pass it up. Wow, this is old. Pressed down, 10 cents for Dr. Pepper. Okay, so the library is supposed to be, you take a right. They got a sign on either side of the road. It's right here. Okay, it's over in the multi-purpose building. It looks rather new. I've walked right by this building because you don't see any signage on the backside, I guess. That house is abandoned. Senior Citizens Library, multi-purpose. I wonder what goes on up there. It's probably just for lighting. It's a Friday, it's supposed to be open. Oop. I'm a little surprised how I walked way too far from my car. It's like this building. I thought it was a church, and it turns out it's a part of the library with multi-functions. I was right here, and I walked like 2 blocks away. I find myself having to hold back on drinking this cabbage water, sauerkraut water. Right now, I could drink that whole thing. I could drink both of them completely, but then I'll have nothing. I feel like I need another couple jars so I could drink it as freely as I please, instead of cutting back on drinking. All right, I got 2 bars and 1 bar, so it's in between 2 and 1 bars from this internet, sitting right here next to the park. I'm hearing a fair amount of rumbling in those mountains every 5 to 10 minutes. I don't see any thunderstorm. Right, they closed everything down, but they don't even bother locking the outside doors. But they lock the senior center and the library, of course. And over here, man, look at all this amazing stuff. I can't play any of it, but it's available. Just, they can't even give it away anymore. All these old VHS tapes. Little Rascals. Red Skeleton on DVD, though. Some books, but mostly these movies. High Noon and Heartbreak Ridge. The Last Boy Scouts, I've seen that one. Lots of old stuff. Joe Kidd? Never heard of that one. This one hasn't even been opened. They just had it. Pierce Bronson was an Indian? Man, a lot of famous old actors. And I think there's probably more boxes down here. They got some weight. Yep, full of tapes down there too. It's kind of funny to think they got videos that haven't even had the plastic wrap pulled. 4 hours in this. Alright, so you got mountains. I'm walking on odd direction, I think. I see a lake. I want to just see how close I can get to it from here. I think I see bathrooms across the lake. It's a little far. It's a 2-mile travel, and I have to take the road if I want to check out the visitor center. I'd be interested in trying to get to one of the peaks up there. It looks pretty neat. This is a big building and it's not identified in any way. It's got like a playground behind it. I suspect it's maybe a high school, but they don't have any signage. People just know, I guess. But it's so neat to see such a snow-capped mountain. The weather's pretty nice. It's not too cold or hot. This is No Name TR. What's TR mean? Wow, it stinks so bad. They don't clean up their poop. That is nasty. They rely on a lot of bricks around here, and that's very dangerous. If you look at this, it fell right off the brick. The brick shifted, but the floor inside looks pretty nasty. Wow, those bricks really shift. Probably snow. Do they actually have like groups of people who come out here and rent these things? They look fairly new. nice tires here. Yeah, you can't just walk out to the mountains. There's fence all over the place. Fence is probably pretty cheap for the value. People eat it up like candy and spread it out like it's something you could just throw out wherever you feel. So you'd have to cross at least this fence. Probably have some up in the mountain too. They warn about elk crossing with all this fence. It's more of a joke. Looks like I could choose any room I want at the Econolodge. Man, they make some big holes. There's not a single car here. As big as these holes are, maybe I could rent out a hole. Looks like they were intending to put up a fence and they're taking their sweet time doing it. They got wooden poles up in various spots, but haven't really followed through on that one. Got a bit of a line here. This place really seems like it's closed. Yeah, it even says it's closed. A hotel closed? The Econolodge? They had lofty goals. They must have just closed down too, because it looks they moved things in that look pretty new. Crack on the window. We are closed for remodel. Oh, May 3rd. That's in a couple of weeks. I see. Alright, so they got a museum across the street here. Ghost riders and some reading information. MammothMill.com. New Mexico's Yellowstone. They got an Old Faithful? Alright. Let's see. It's hard to see. They're going to give up their business to the competition, if there even is any. I'm kind of looking for a gas station or something. I don't recall having... There we go. Does that say museum? Historical marker ahead. Okay. Yeah, this area's got a lot of history. Looks like you can look in the windows. Oh well. Whoa, Cimarron means wild and untamed. Well, there's a lot of fence around. I would say it's pretty tame. Yeah, I've never really been to a museum/visitor center that charges money. I got some event coming up. They say they serve Starbucks. Gold here. All right. People tried. Call starving students. ssmovers.com. Starving students. It's sort of out in the middle of nowhere. I suppose you could look inside. Bunch of old piles of wood. Good for the rabbits. The rabbits like this. You see mostly grown squirrels, but you get a nice pile of wood like this and it suddenly becomes friendly for rabbits. So they don't have strong capability to dig their own house. Looks like this used to be marked off or something. Some kind of layout. No foundations. And of course, they've performed farming operations out here. And they park old vehicles here. People who, what's it say? Woe Pilgrim Ghost Riders. Services for lubrication. There's no outhouse. Looks like they've locked up a lot. This is for gold mining. Slough or something. They didn't even bother locking this one. It's probably empty. Right. Yeah. What is... Oh, it's an old windmill that fell down up here. I'm sure there's a fence at some point. This is something else. So this thing used to stand and now it's on the ground. Enough wind. Got some interesting gear setups. Whoa, little bunny. Yeah, I think it fell right from where it was originally put and everything. Okay, and there's a pile of wood up there. There's no fence blocking me from walking up to that. Yeah, they were definitely watching me. They set up there's a stupid, what do you call it? A drone is watching me from like 200 feet up. I am being followed. Oh, great. This is weird. I should have figured.